So this is very interesting. Breaking news. Trump signs executive order on psychedelic drugs with Joe Rogan as Iran shuts Hormuz. I'm going to show you guys something real interesting here. Another headline says, Game Changer, Trump, Joe Rogan push psychedelic breakthrough. So it's interesting because Trump just said he was a doctor, right? And the little photograph of him with the light in his hands. Well, this is all connected to that photograph. This was on the White House page. President Donald J. Trump is accelerating medical treatments for serious mental illness. So, what are they saying to us? So, these psychedelic drugs are going to cure mental illness. So, what is this all about, really? Remember the picture of Trump with the light in his hands touching the forehead, right? The pineal gland, the mind's eye, where the mark of the beast goes, right? Where the seal of God goes on the 144,000. The light, Lucifer is the light bearer. Jesus is the true light. See all these connections here with psychedelic drugs opening, their eyes were opened in the garden, right? See all this connection here? And Trump was a doctor. He said he was posing as a doctor in this picture, right? We getting the connection here. Steve Jobs famously considered his experiences with LSD, psychedelic drug, to be one of the two or three most important things he did in his life during his early 20s. Primarily between 1972 and 1974, Jobs used LSD roughly 10 to 15 times, often in a meditative or nature-focused setting with friends, according to his own accounts and those of his close associates. Steve Jobs was like the guy who invented the computer or the internet or whatever. Get it? The tree of knowledge of good and evil, right? To make you wise, be as gods. Well, not directly used to design computers, the mental framework derived from his experiences is credited with fostering the innovative, unconventional culture of Apple. You know, Apple computers, the fruit with the bite out of it, just like the garden, right? Apple computers, computer equals 666 in English gematria. The first Apple computer was $666.66, and this was all part of his psychedelic drug trip. Now they're pushing psychedelics. So what we're seeing is the revealing of the garden in the beginning. Yes, there was an actual tree and a fruit, I believe, but what was that certain fruit? What was on that tree? Was it some kind of psychedelic to open them up to this, right? Was it some kind of nanoparticles or nanodust, microscopic technology in the fruit on that tree, right? And that's why the last book is called Revelation. Revelation means revealing. And so what we are seeing now at the deeper levels of the revealing of what happened in the beginning, because God declares the end from the beginning. And that's why all this technology is using symbolism that has to do with the garden, and using numbers that have to do with the garden, and man and the beast. 666. Why does computer equal 666? Why was the first computer Apple made $666, 66 cents? Why is their logo a fruit with a bite out of it? Well, because it's all symbolism tracking back to Genesis, the beginning, because God declares the end from the beginning. And now it's the revealing of the deeper level at what happened in the beginning. And so now we have Dr. Trump dealing out psychedelics. Come on, man. If he ain't damn Antichrist, I don't know who is. Maybe he's not, but maybe he is, man. They're all Antichrist on that same page. I don't know, man. But this is just it's crazy, man. Dr. Trump making people better, showing you the light bearer, dealing out the light. See the light in his hands? And then putting it on his forehead where the mind's eye goes. Right? And he's a doctor dealing out psychedelics now. Right? The light. Right? See the light. It's crazy stuff, man.